All right, today we're jumping into a mystery that's been brewing for a solid decade. It's a story packed with love, betrayal, and some serious revenge. And it all kicks off with one single terrifying event. Okay, so it all starts with this. You've got 9 bloody handprints slapped onto a manor wall in these neat little rows of 3. Now, for the family living inside, this is way more than just some creepy graffiti. Yeah, this is a death sentence. And right away, here's the big puzzle, right? Why 9 handprints? There are only 7 people in the house. It doesn't add up. To solve this, we actually need to go back in time, just a few hours earlier, to this graveyard on the edge of town. And there, we find a man who is just completely lost in his grief. So we're at a lake, and we meet this really strange guy. He's a total contradiction, you know? He's got dark hair, but his face is all wrinkled like an old man's. And get this, he's wearing a kid's bib. It's weird. But when he spots these 2 little girls, Cheng Ying and Lu Wushuang, it's like a switch flips, and something inside him just shatters. You can tell right away he's completely obsessed. He actually grabs one of the girls, Cheng Ying, and just stares at her, totally convinced she's someone else. He thinks she's a woman named He Yonjin, someone he's been frantically searching for 10 whole years. So the other little girl, Lu Wushuang, tells him she knows where to find the man He Yuanjun is with. But she doesn't lead him to a house. No, she leads him to a pair of graves. And as he stares at those tombstones, the horrible truth just hits him like a ton of bricks. He Yuanjun and her husband, Lu Zanyuan, they've been dead for 3 years. Well, that grief, it just boils over into this terrifying, uncontrollable rage. He starts punching the tombstone until his hand is just a bloody pulp. And then, and this is insane, he snaps a massive tree in half with his bare hands. But here's the twist. When he learns that the girl, Lu Wushuang, is actually the dead man's niece, all that crazy energy finds a new and way more dangerous target. Okay, so let's cut back to the Lu Manor. The kids have just gotten home, the family sees those handprints on the wall, and this cold dread just washes over all of them. They know. They know exactly who left them. It means someone from their past is back, and they're here to collect on a debt that's 10 years old. Yeah, this is no random threat. This is a signature. It's the calling card of Li Mocho, also known as the Red Serpent Fairy. And trust me, that's a name that promises nothing but poison and death. A decade ago, she swore an oath that she'd come back to kill Lu Zhanyuan. And here's the thing. Even though he's already dead, Li Mocho is the kind of woman who always keeps her promises. So, right when the family is at peak terror, a woman shows up with her 2 young sons, just asking for a place to stay for the night. She looks like any other traveler, you know, just caught in a storm. But she is no stranger to what's happening. In fact, she's the one who holds the key to this whole mystery. This woman, she says her name is Wu Sunyang, and she's about to lay out this whole tragic backstory that connects every single person in that room. And that madman we saw at the graveyard, well, that's her husband, Wu Santong. So here's the story she tells. 10 years ago, everything went sideways. He Yuanyun, who was Wu Santong's adopted daughter, fell for Lu Zhanyun. This made 2 people absolutely furious. Her super possessive adoptive dad and another suitor, you guessed it, Li Mocho. It got so bad that at their wedding, a really powerful monk had to intervene and force them both to swear an oath, you can't harm this couple for 10 years. And today's the day that 10-year promise runs out. And, you know, it's kind of hard to picture, but Li Mocho wasn't always this monster. A decade ago, she was just a gentle woman who was in love. But that heartbreak, it just twisted her into something else entirely. It turned her into the Red Serpent Fairy, a killer who is feared by literally everyone, all fueled by 10 years of love that turned to poison. So, the whole backstory is out in the open. And with that, the present just explodes into violence. There's no more talking, there's nowhere left to run. And then, you hear it, a song just drifting through the night air. It's haunting, it's Li Mocho, and with every word she sings, she gets closer. Her voice is this bitter, chilling reminder of the love she lost. And then bam! The doors crash open, and there she is. And it is on. A totally desperate battle kicks off. It's basically 3 against 1. You've got Lu Zhanyuan's brother and his wife, their new ally Wu Sanyang, and then a surprise guest shows up, the legendary blind master Qi Zhene. But Even with those odds, Li Mocho's skill, which has been sharpened by a decade of pure hate, it's on another level. I mean, the defenders are giving it everything they've got. Qi Zhenai's iron staff is a whirlwind. Wu Sanyang's sword is just a blur of motion. They know exactly what's at stake. They're fighting for their own lives, sure, but also for the kids hiding inside. But let's be real, Li Mocho is just playing with her food here. There's this weird moment where she kind of zones out, just watching Lu Liting's fighting style, because it reminds her of the man she used to love. But then, the moment's over, and in a flash, she moves. A palm strike, a quick whip of her fly whisk, and just like that, the Lu couple is down. She storms into the house looking for the children to finish the job. But they're not there. What she doesn't know is that the madman, Wu Santong, has already gotten them out of there, spirited them away to safety. So in one final, purely spiteful move, she grabs a torch from the kitchen and just sets the whole place on fire. The fire just rages against the night sky, consuming the house and everyone still inside. And when the smoke finally clears, all that's left is ash, death, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. So, what's the final scorecard for this horrible night? We've got 5 dead, the Lu couple and their 3 loyal servants. 2 have just vanished into the darkness, the Avenger Li Mochu and the mysterious Wu Santong. 4 people managed to survive the initial fight, Wu Sanyang, the Master Kejane, and Wu Sanyang's 2 boys. And that leaves 2 people completely missing, the 2 little girls at the very center of this whole tragedy, Cheng Ying and Lu Wushuang. So this is the new reality. The Lu family is basically gone. Li Mochu's revenge isn't complete, not while those kids are still out there, and now the fates of the Wu and Lu families are tangled together in this awful, tragic way. You could say a blood debt was paid tonight, but a brand new one was just created in its place. And what about our original mystery? The 9 handprints? Well, now we know. 7 were for the people living in the manor, and the other 2? Those were for Lu Zhenyuan and He Yuanzhen. Her vengeance was so complete, so absolute, that it literally reached beyond the grave. And that leaves us with one final, pretty chilling thought. This whole night, it wasn't an ending. It was a beginning. A massive, generation-spanning feud has just been born from the ashes of that manor. And the children who managed to escape the fire, well, they're the ones who are now destined to carry its terrible, terrible weight.